Hey there, it's been a while. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be grateful to you.
The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Paternity test shocker: Finn is Luna's bio dad. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that for once, Poppy Nozawa seems to be telling the truth, and so does Jack Finnegan. Although Lee Finnegan believed Jack and Poppy had an affair that resulted in Luna Nozawa's pregnancy, their protestations were fairly plausible. Of course, the way BNB is dragging this out also feels like a massive clue. It would be odd and wasteful to spend so many episodes leading up to confirmation that Lee is right. That wouldn't be a major announcement, as Lee has already been shouting about Luna being Poppy and Jack's love child. The natural stunner here is for the program to uncover that Jack is not Luna's genetic dad, which might provide one final twist in this lengthy plot. Once Lee jabs Jack and forces him into a paternity test, she'll impatiently await the results. However, what happens next depends on what type of paternity results Lee ends up with. If Lee takes a simple paternity kit that either confirms yes or no, she may be left with lingering questions about who Luna's father is. If there's a real DNA proportion, Lee could finish up even more bewildered, at least initially. That's because there's a high likelihood that John Finnegan is Luna's bio dad. Jack has DNA with Finn, so he could be a partial match for Luna and leave Lee's wheels churning. During Finn's first year of college, he lived with his parents and had a close connection to Poppy. Since Poppy was living under the same roof and bonded with Finn around that time, there's always been suspicion among fans that they might have hooked up. That's obviously still an option to consider, but there's a bit of a dilemma since Finn has never provided any indication that anything wrong transpired. Finn doesn't treat Aunt Poppy like a former flame, not to mention the possibility that he could be Luna's father has never crossed his mind. You'd think if Finn was smart enough to become a doctor, he'd add up the possibility that he could be Luna's biological father. It's possible that Finn doesn't recall the hookup if drugs and liquor were involved, which would add a dreadful layer to an already terrible story. That said, Poppy used to tell Luna that she was built from love, which doesn't fit for her mother taking advantage of Finn under the influence. Could there be another explanation, one that could save Poppy from the horrific discovery that she slept with her inebriated and barely legal adoptive nephew? What if Finn made a sperm donation once upon a time that Poppy somehow received? There could be some way for BNB writers to smooth things over so that Poppy doesn't appear so bad in the end. They could always modify some previous details to make any explanation they want work now. Regardless, it seems like the jig is almost up for Poppy, who may soon have to come clean and disclose the real story of how Luna was born. We know Finn and Steffi Forrester have a significant challenge on the horizon, so that obstacle may be Luna's paternity once the truth comes to light. Our forecasts imply that Finn's eagerness to step up for Luna could spark complications with Steffi. In other words, the program has handed up enough hints to make us believe that Finn's going to be Luna's bio dad. It's just a matter of how BNB will make the whole image come together. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest Luna's paternity will be established sooner or later, so stay tuned for updates on the surprising news that may be going Finn's way. Daphne's mind game, Luna's past, Steffi's giddy glee. Fans may anticipate Daphne Rose to experiment with Carter Walton and Hope Logan. Steffi Forrester Finnegan becomes thrilled with her scheme working. Meanwhile, Luna Nozawa and Bill Spencer discuss their pasts. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, Carter Walton and Hope Logan's Mission BNB spoilers claim that Hope told Steffi that Forrester Creations was getting closer to negotiating a deal with the great Daphne Rose. Of course, Steffi already knows this, as she is the one who placed Daphne in Forrester Creations in the first place. While that is going on, Carter and Daphne are alone. In a weekly teaser clip, Carter remarks that Daphne is great. That is when Daphne scoots right up to Carter and plays with the lapel on his suit jacket. BNB spoilers, false victory? Viewers can expect Steffi to rejoice in the fact that her scheme looks to be succeeding. The key word in the published spoilers is seems. Hope knows Steffi very well and understands how sneaky she can be. Hope might not be believing Steffi's assertion that she's now on board. Perhaps Steffi makes a comment that convinces Hope that something is awry. Of course, Another possibility is that Carter could not be as dumb as Steffi and Daphne imagine. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Luna Nozawa's Past the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that Luna confessed she felt sad after listening to Bill's talk with Liam Spencer. Luna claimed she felt guilty for all the acts she did. As Bill and Luna continue conversing, they will discuss both of their pasts. However, is Bill really mending Luna, or is this simply another manipulative trick? BNB spoilers. Fans might see what is occurring with Jack Finnegan's paternity test. Jack claims that Lee Finnegan has gone utterly nuts. However, Lee acquired her blood sample. So, is Jack really Luna's father, or may there be another possibility? There should also be an update on Ridge Forrester, Taylor Hayes, and Brooke Logan. It looks that Ridge and Taylor might be moving way too fast. Is that a hint that Tridge is doomed? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Daphne ruins Carter's marriage proposal, derails Hope's engagement. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers state that Daphne Rose will do anything she can to ensnare Carter Walton into her web and keep his attention off Hope Logan. However, both Daphne and Steffi Forrester may be underestimating Carter's loyalty to Hope. Although Daphne will turn on the charm as frequently as she can, it doesn't always mean Carter would betray Hope. Of course, Hope may be on edge if she believes Daphne's getting too close to Carter, but it could only make him more anxious to prove he's with Hope for the long haul. Regardless, it's easy to see Carter buying an engagement ring at some time on BNB. Carter might organize an elaborate marriage proposal for Hope while Daphne's seduction plot isn't underway. That's the kind of thing that could throw Daphne for a loop if she finds out. Daphne might understand Carter's going to pop the question to Hope and hurry to Steffi with critical updates. It might leave Steffi and Daphne scurrying to sabotage their engagement before it becomes official. If Carter goes all in on marrying Hope, that could make it difficult to encourage him to stray and get inside his head regarding the future of Forrester Creations. Daphne might have to up the ante when it comes to wooing Carter ASAP. Maybe Daphne or Steffi could even go as far as taking and hiding the engagement ring, at least long enough for Daphne to carry out the remainder of her scheme. Regardless, Steffi might encourage Daphne to pump the brakes on any marriage proposal that might be on the future.
Carter may not get the chance to ask Hope to tie the knot if Steffi and Daphne have anything to say about it. One way or another, Steffi will keep scheming Carter's breakup from Hope and will count on bringing the Forresters back in power in the end. Will Daphne and Steffi's collaborative effort actually be successful? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers claim Daphne will make some moves that Carter doesn't see coming. So stick with us for predictions on all the stunning news to come. Finn's discovery. Jack surrenders to paternity test. Steffi Forrester will help John Finnegan uncover an unexpected discovery that connects to his parents. When Steffi suggested about Jack Finnegan and Lee Finnegan maybe reconnecting, Finn assumed that ship had sailed. However, Finn may develop a different viewpoint as he works through his conflicted feelings over Jack and Lee's divorce. Perhaps Steffi will lead to Finn's revelation that he still has hope after all, and leave him determined to mend his parents' ties if he can. Steffi may give Finn some encouragement and pretend like he'd be the perfect guy to put Lee and Jack back together. Other B&B spoilers claim Lee will continue to seethe in her office, where Jack and Poppy Nozawa are reluctant to accept they had an affair. Are Poppy and Jack telling the truth, or just scrambling to cover up this buried secret? Jack and Poppy are building a pretty strong case when it comes to their allegations about not sleeping together. Lee might truly have this incorrect, but she'll remain persuaded that Luna Nozawa is Jack and Poppy's love child. As a result, Jack will consent to a paternity test and reportedly agree to give Lee evidence proving he's not Luna's biological father. Lee may feel convinced that the results are going to validate her suspicions. But things could take an unexpected turn later this week. Might Finn be Luna's bio dad instead? Or might there be some other person who fathered Luna all those years ago? Regardless, Jack may not be the paternity answer that Lee's seeking for. So we'll bring you more guesses on the DNA outcome. At the Spencer estate, Bill Spencer will keep stonewalling Liam Spencer about the real reason he's isolating himself at the Spencer mansion. Since Bill doesn't want anyone to know about Luna's home arrest arrangements, Liam should stay baffled about Bill's behavior. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest Bill's secret has to blow up sooner or later. So stay tuned for updates on when the Luna news will eventually break. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Did Scott Clifton quit the show? Where in the world is he? That's what a lot of the bold and the beautiful fans can't help but ponder, since it seems like it's been a very long time since we've seen Liam Spencer on the canvas. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Did Scott Clifton quit the show? In fact, many long-standing fans can't help but wonder if actor Scott Clifton, who plays the role on the show, would have possibly quit. After all, Liam is someone who is always the center of attention, and especially when it comes to all the fast-paced action and drama on the show. And when he's not in the middle of things, then he surely does everything he can to insert himself there. Well, happily, we've got some answers for you. Thankfully, Scott has not quit the show. Not only that, but it also seems like he's got a future tale in the works, too. Scott even shared a snapshot from outside the CBS studios and captioned it with, "Very, very happy to be back at the office today." Obviously, Liam's been away to a very pricey tree-hugging, vegan granola yoga vacation. Complimentary gluten-free waffles served at breakfast, of course. Many of his fans reacted on the photo with, "Glad you'll be back soon. Everyone misses you. I'm hoping I have my Lope reunion. It's been such a long separation." What's next on The Bold and the Beautiful? Another critic commented, "A new love interested away from Hope and Steffi. That story has been done to death. So delighted you're back. You're my fave on B&B." And then there was this comment as well. Back to save Bill from Luna, or to have a freak-out moment realizing Bill and Luna are now together. It goes without saying that the bold and the beautiful fans will just have to tune in to find out what will happen next. Hope and Carter entice Daphne. Carter and Hope want Daphne Rose at Forrester Creations. Hope and Carter pulling out all the stops for Daphne Rose. Seeing it, Steffi believes her plan is succeeding. Plus, Bill and Luna share insights about their pasts with each other. This will be an episode you absolutely have to witness. Previously on The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi hired Daphne Rose to come to Los Angeles in an attempt to convince her to turn Carter's head. She hoped that Carter would end up falling for Daphne, which would cause complications for Carter and Hope. Daphne showed up in LA, and she offered her plan for Forrester. Carter and Hope were interested in her presentation for a new scent line at Forrester Creations. Bill became moved by Luna's troubles in jail. She said her life was at stake, and he resolved to help her. Bill arranged for Luna to be freed from prison, and he enabled her to reside on house arrest at his house. Of course, Bill also kept that information a secret from everybody else, so Luna's existence is unknown. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. It's over for Rebecca Budig. For a lot of The Bold and the Beautiful fans, they didn't believe that she would last this long. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. It's over for Rebecca Budig. Of course, we are talking about actress Rebecca Budig, as there is substantial conjecture on social media claiming that her time is up in this fictional metropolis of Los Angeles. The actress, who is best known for her role as Taylor Hayes on the iconic CBS serial, made it very plain late last year that she wouldn't be lasting very long on the show. Well, now that her character Taylor's dalliance with Rich Forrester is out in the open, The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers indicate that it will only be a matter of time until Brooke Logan pushes her out of the picture again. Because if there's anything that we've learned over the years, it's that Brooke always gets her way. And this has driven Taylor to flee town anytime things were getting too difficult for her. Seeing how it's occurred so many times in the past, it wouldn't surprise anyone if Taylor packed her bags and left again with her broken heart in her hands. It's simply the way her plot goes, right? Taylor never stood a chance with Brooke, even though she's tried so many times to get with Ridge. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. What's next for Taylor Hayes? It's only a matter of time before Taylor Hayes disappears again. This is obviously a continuing pattern for her that she just can't break. That said, so far both Rebecca and the producers of The Bold and the Beautiful have not made any remarks on the matter, but we will definitely provide you with all of the newest details as they come in. In the meantime, B&B fans will have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. The Bold and the Beautiful airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. Lee forces Jack's blood sample. Bill and Luna closure. John Finnegan thought Steffi Forrester made some valid points regarding his parents, but he just didn't think Lee Finnegan would ever completely trust Jack Finnegan again. While Finn recognized it was conceivable Jack had cheated with other women, Lee was busy hounding Jack and Poppy Nozawa for an admittance at the hospital. Lee griped about working overtime while Jack and Poppy were home with Finn back then. Jack argued that he was off working too as he was building up his law firm. As for this purported affair with Poppy, Jack insisted it was ludicrous, since the most they'd ever done was hug at Christmas time. Poppy backed Jack up and stated it was impossible for him to be Luna Nozawa's father. But Lee wanted to obtain answers for herself. Since Lee obviously still thought Poppy and Jack were lying, she plowed ahead with a paternity test. Lee rolled up Jack's sleeve and purposefully missed a vein when she jabbed him the first time. After Lee eventually extracted a vial of blood, she held it up together with Luna's sample and planned to find out the truth. Although Poppy argued that Luna hadn't consented to this, Lee acted like she was doing this for Luna as she deserved to know who her real father was after all this time. Poppy looked disturbed as Lee prepared to move forward with acquiring DNA evidence. At the Spencer mansion, Liam Spencer recapped Luna's actions and was persuaded that all the phony daughter drama had taken a toll on Bill Spencer. After Liam mentioned he could still see the scars on Bill's face, he said he could still feel Luna's energy in the room, too. Liam ultimately thought maybe Bill should see Luna in prison and get some closure. Although Bill minimized Liam's fears, he loved the fact that his sons cared about him. Once Liam took off, Luna came out of hiding and said it was terrible to hear Liam talk about her that way. Luna knew she couldn't blame all her errors on her upbringing and could never forgive herself for the horrific things she committed. However, Bill could see a difference in Luna and seemed eager to believe in her transformation. Luna once again wished Bill had turned out to be her father since he was being so sweet to her. Our B&B predictions hint to some stunning paternity developments that are going to shake Luna's world soon enough. So stay tuned for updates on all the momentous news to come. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest Lee is on the cusp of uncovering some significant revelations regarding the past. Bold and the Beautiful and Days of Our Lives alum Francisco San Martin passes away at age 39. Days of Our Lives spoilers. Francisco San Martin's daytime drama legacy, and Martin portrayed Dario Hernandez, brother to Rafe Hernandez and Gabby Hernandez on DOOL. He was in the job from March 2nd, 2011 to September 19th, 2011. After he exited, actor Jordi Vilasuso was recast in as Dario in 2016 till 2017. Meanwhile, San Martin also portrayed the part of Mateo on the B&B, appearing in 16 episodes in 2017. He was a Forrester Mansion staffer that Sheila Carter tried to convince to seduce Quinn Fuller. In addition to his soap appearances, San Martin also starred in seasons 3 and 4 of Jane the Virgin, portraying Fabian Regalo del Cielo. In the series, Fabian had a short romance with Jane and was an actress in the serial Los Viajes de Guillermo. San Martin was born on the island of Mallorca in Spain, but grew up in Montana. He started playing as a child in children's theatrical shows. Nevertheless, returned to Spain to reside in Madrid in his teens. This is when he began working as a model and started taking acting lessons. Dual spoilers: Alan pays their respects to San Martin. Camila Banis, Day's ex Gabby Hernandez, paid tribute to San Martin in her Instagram stories, adding, "Pepe, what can I say? But I love you and rest in peace, my friend." My sole witness that Pau sang happy birthday to me in the middle of a concert in Hollywood. You couldn't believe it. Love you mucho, mucho, mucho. I wish I told you more. On behalf of everyone here, we send our condolences and thoughts to San Martin's family, friends, loved ones, colleagues, and fans during this challenging time.
Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.